everyone. It is Tuesday afternoon and I'm here to do my 24-week pregnancy update, which it's crazy to already be at 24 weeks and kind of the big milestone of reaching 24 weeks is that's kind of the first viability point. At this point, if I were to have the baby, the chance of survival would be better than not. So that's really cool, and obviously no intention of the baby coming anytime soon, and hopefully he or she will stay in for quite a bit longer. But that's really cool to kind of hit that first viability point. So I'm 24 weeks and 1 day today, and at this point the baby is the size of an eggplant or an ear of corn or a puffin, which I thought was cool. I live in the Northeast and puffins are not common where I am, but we go on vacation, and where we vacation they're a little bit more common. So it's just kind of cool that was one of the comparisons on one of the apps for the size. As far as symptoms go this week, so I didn't do an update last week. So this is actually 23 and 24 weeks. Last week it just didn't happen. And there really wasn't anything big to report. The main thing that happened last week was that I had my regular prenatal appointment with a midwife on Monday of last week. Tuesday of last week. And that went well. My appointment was with one of the two midwives who both see patients in the office and attend deliveries at the hospital. So the practice that I'm at is a relatively large practice of midwives and OBs. I am mostly sticking with midwives, although I did see an OB at my previous appointment, and I'll probably see an OB again, I would guess maybe once more before the end of the pregnancy, just because I am deemed a little bit high risk because of my need to be on blood thinners during the pregnancy. But so there's a bunch of midwives. I'm not sure exactly how many there are total, but a bunch of them just see patients in the office. A bunch of them, I think there's like maybe 5 of them that just do attend deliveries, and then there's 2 that do both. And so I really wanted to kind of stick with a midwife who I could potentially see when I'm in labor, because it makes me feel a little bit more connected to the whole process and the whole practice. So anyway, so this appointment last week was with one of the 2 midwives that does both and attends births at the hospital. And it took a few minutes. She's a young, like she's probably younger than I am. And I knew that ahead of time, but I think it kind of took a little bit longer to warm up to her because of that. But then once I started asking questions and she, was telling me answers and all of that, I felt much more comfortable with her. Like, I liked her a lot, and I actually made my next appointment to be with her, and I'll probably, for the most part, stick with seeing her throughout the rest of the pregnancy. And so everything looked good. Heartbeat was 160, which is right around where it's been the whole time. I was measuring right where I should be. Everything looked good. I still have basically not gained any weight, which is fine. I'm not worried or upset about that at all. If I can keep weight gain as minimal as possible this time, that would be fantastic, because last time for my last pregnancy it got a little bit crazy. So I'm hoping it'll stay pretty low at this point. And I got to ask a bunch of questions about the policies of the hospital and delivery and all of that kind of stuff that I didn't really feel like I could ask the people that I had seen before, because they don't currently attend births. The OB that I saw last time does. All of the OBs do both, but I felt more comfortable asking the questions of the midwife. So I got to ask questions like, at what point should I bring in a birth plan? And pretty much the hospital kind of normal policies go along with a lot of what my requests would be and will be. So like it's standard to do immediate skin to skin with basically all of the midwives. It's standard to do delayed cord clamping. It's not so standard with the OBs for full-term babies. So I will definitely, like, I'll still include these things in the birth plan, but some of them are going to be kind of redundant because they do them anyway. But they're a baby-friendly hospital, so like they're very breastfeeding supportive, and they don't have a nursery that they take the baby to. Like, I don't ever want the baby to be out of my sight or my husband's sight, so like that's kind of standard for them anyway. So I got to ask, you know, about that kind of stuff, and she said like basically at any point I could bring in a birth plan just to kind of go over it with whoever I'm seeing. And I will wait to do that until I meet with my doula, which I don't have a meeting scheduled yet, but the plan was to try to meet sometime this month, so we'll try to get that scheduled. And I got to ask about some of the other policies of the hospital. So it was just nice to have like a conversation about all of that. And she talked a little bit about they offer nitrous oxide as a pain management tool that I knew about, but we got to talk a little bit more about that. And so it was just overall, it was a really good appointment. And she really took her time with us, which was nice. And then I go back in 4 weeks when I'll be 27 weeks. I think it's again on a Tuesday. And I would ordinarily be taking the glucose tolerance test, the gestational diabetes test, but I have declined doing the standard test, and I will instead have a meeting with one of the nurses to show me and teach me how to take my own blood sugar at home, which I have done before. I don't currently have a glucometer, and I don't test I don't test at all anymore, but I was diagnosed with hypoglycemia at one point, so I did have a monitor and I was testing here and there, so I do have some experience with it. But basically I'm opting out of the standard test where you go and you drink the sugar drink and have your blood taken, and instead I will be testing my own blood sugar at home 4 times a day for 2 weeks, and then reporting the results back to them. And I prefer that because to me it seems like you're getting more realistic results because it's like in your real life, and I just prefer not to have to drink the sugar drink. I did it with my first pregnancy and I passed perfectly fine, but I just prefer not to. So I'm happier doing the testing at home and relying on those results instead of what I view as kind of like artificial results, because in my daily life I am unlikely to drink 50 grams of pure sugar and then not eat anything for an hour. It just doesn't happen like that. So that's my personal opinion on it and feeling on it, and that's what I'm comfortable with. So I will have, at my next appointment, I will first have the meeting with the nurse to go over all of that stuff, and then I'm going to have blood work done, blood drawn for just kind of standard checking of iron levels and CBC and all of that kind of stuff, and then I will meet with the midwife. So as far as how I'm feeling, short of breath and kind of out of breath a lot, definitely feeling like there's stuff in my belly, like the baby's getting bigger and starting to grow up more. Like I'm starting to feel kicks further up, but it's definitely making me a little bit more out of breath, which I think I talked about last time. And tired, like there's nothing big. I have been having a bit of heartburn, which I hadn't been having, and I didn't really have with my first pregnancy. So it kind of comes and goes. It's not bad, and it's not every day. So it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, I mean, otherwise nothing really new has happened. Nothing has changed. Just kind of the same old stuff. I do have a few baby buys to share. And I will preface this by saying that I think I've mentioned in the past, so we, as I've said before, we're not finding out the gender of the baby before birth. We're waiting. So we don't know, like we have tons of boy stuff or like gender neutral girl-ish boy stuff from my son, but I am getting a couple of girl clothes to have just in case, you know, and I'm sure that if we do end up with a girl, we'll end up getting some more girl stuff as we go along. So anyway, so I have a couple of like girl things that I've picked up just because I think they're really cute and I've gotten good deals on them and stuff. So first of all, I got these 2 sleepers from a friend of mine who was getting rid of them. And it's basically, this one is like more of a boyish one. It has a penguin on it. And this one is more of a girlish one. And again, it's penguins. And the girl one has like a little ruffle on the butt. So those are cute. These are in 3 months, I think. Yeah, 3 months. So these wouldn't be for like right away, but I thought they were really cute and I really have a thing with penguins. So, and then I got some stuff from Gymboree, which they were having a sale, and it just worked out that I got good deals on the stuff, and they have some adorable clothes. And it's funny because I when I met up with Katie 2 weeks ago, or whenever it was a little over 2 weeks ago, and we were at the mall and we looked at Gymboree and like they had some cute stuff, but I didn't get anything then, and you know, not knowing if I'm having a girl kind of swayed me away from getting some of the stuff. But then I came home and looked at all the stuff online, and they have adorable stuff. So I got, these are just gender neutral, like legging kind of pants in 3 to 6 months that I thought were cute. And then I got kind of like, these are possible coming home outfits, one boyish one and one girlish one. So there's this sleeper that's really soft and cute, just has like trees and stuff. I like the colors on it, and this is a newborn size. And then a hat to go with it, which is like a wolf hat. So those match. And then this one I love. It is so adorable. This is a little girl outfit with owls on it. And I don't know what it is, but I love the colors and I love the owls on this and everything. So this is also a newborn one. This does not have feet on it. And then there's an owl hat to go with it, which I think is just adorable. So these are potential coming home outfits for girl and boy. The boy one, I think I would use even if I had a girl. I can't say the same the other way. I just don't know that I'd be able to put a boy in pink. Purple, yes. Pink, I'm not so sure about. And then, if Katie's watching this, she's gonna get a kick out of this, I think. So when we were at the mall, this was one thing that both of us thought was just adorable, but because we don't know that I'm having a girl, I didn't feel like I should buy it and whatever. But they had it like for one day. It was like super on sale, so I ended up getting it. It's this corduroy dress, and it has like deer and stuff on it, and I just think it's adorable, and it's like super soft, and it's short sleeve, but like you could put a long sleeve onesie underneath it and like some tights or something, and I just think it's adorable. So I got this in 0 to 3 months, so this would be like for the late winter, and then I also got it in 6 to 12 months for like the following winter. And if I end up not having a girl, I'll give them to other people or save them for the next baby. But it was too good of a deal for me to pass it up. I think they were like $11 each, and it's usually 20 something at least. So and I just think that it's just so cute. Like I will be happy if I have whatever I end up having, but like if I end up having a girl, we're gonna be in trouble with buying clothes, because there's a lot of cute girl clothes that I didn't have a chance to do the first time around. So so yeah, so that is it for baby buys, and that is it for my update for 23 and 24 weeks. I don't have anything exciting coming up. I may kind of for the next few weeks or something, just do it every other week, depending on if anything big comes up, because I just feel like every week it's just the same stuff, and it still ends up being a long video somehow. So I may do a video next week. I'm not sure. I may skip and just come back for 26 weeks. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll talk to you soon.